What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the NASCAR Racing 2003 Career Mode. Today we got a really special episode because, as Dale Jr. likes to put it,
it's Bristol, baby!
Before we go any further, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who has supported the series so far. I've received a lot of great support on the first couple of episodes, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. Here's a quick look at the point standings. Bobby Labonte with 806 points leads the full-time Busch Series drivers. We are well within striking distance in 10th place with 729 points, and we could very well make our way to the top with a few more good results like the last one. We find ourselves starting this race in 7th place. Our main rival so far this season, Dale Jarrett, finds himself on the pole. And without further ado, let's get ready for the green flag. Alright, we've done good to make our way up to 5th here at the early stages of this race. Find ourselves in 4th now. We got a star-studded cast around us. I see Mark Martin right behind us. We got Kenny Wallace in front of us, and up there, the two Dales, Earnhardt and Jarrett, leading the race. We're gonna make our move under Kenny Wallace right here, though. Make our way into 3rd, and we are charging hard through this pack. Now that I've gotten myself into this position, I don't know if I'm gonna really try to push Earnhardt and Jarrett that hard for first. I may try to save my tires a little bit here for a longer run. We do have Mark Martin right behind us, though. He's diving to the inside. I'm gonna have to concede it to him, but I don't know if he's got enough to pass me. He'll get underneath me here, but I don't think he'll have enough to be able to clear me. Ooh, it's real tight right here. He's trying to get underneath Dale Earnhardt, and he will. And I'm going to follow him, I think. Mark Martin's trying for the lead right here, underneath Dale Jarrett. There's an accident apparently. I do see it, but the caution has not waved. We stay green at Bristol. Little contact with the back of Dale Jarrett there. I'm going to make contact with him, though. I want it to be a little bit more meaningful. And we put him into the wall there. We don't end his day, but we do get him out of our way. And now we find ourselves in 2nd place behind Mark Martin. We're all over the 56 now who was involved in that accident earlier. Mark Martin's going to have to really race him hard to try to pass him here. Is he going to do it here? I think he is. If Mark Martin does it, I'm going to follow right behind him not to get stuck. I think we do have a faster car than Mark Martin right now. And I'm trying to work and save my tires for the long run so we can maybe be a little bit more creative with our strategy when it comes time to pit. We will have to pit once, but I think we can just kind of cut it in half. if I'm able to save my tires better than the rest, I may stay out just a little bit longer. On a track like this, if I stay out and a caution does come out in the time between everyone pitting and me pitting, that would be really beneficial for me because I'll trap pretty much everyone else a lap down. Mark Martin has a little bit more speed in the corners. You can see he'll pull away from me, but then as we exit, I'm able to get the gap back. So it'll be an interesting battle, but I'm not trying really hard to pass him right now. I'm still just trying to save my tires. It's way too early to be fighting hard for a position, even if that position is first. Since me and Mark have gotten ourselves up here, hasn't been a ton of action. It's just kind of been me riding behind him as we pass the lap traffic. But I'm content with that for the time being. Again, just trying to keep in mind that this is a long race and we're not even halfway done with it yet. Mark and I have about a 2-second gap now over the car in third. And then Bobby Labonte in third, he's got a 2-second gap over Earnhardt and Jarrett. So we've put ourselves in a pretty comfortable place right now. But that's why I'm just content to kind of ride for a little bit. I'm not really trying to push the issue right now. As Mark and I continue to work our way through lap traffic, I have periodically tested different lines. I've tested slightly higher lines up in this groove. And one of the things I've found is that I'm able to get the run off the corner with the high line, but I'm not able to outbrake him a ton enough to where I'm able to make a pass on the outside. So the high line I think is viable. I'm not losing him or gaining him. It's viable, but I don't think it's as easy to make a pass on the high side as it is to make a pass on the bottom. He's held up by lap traffic. We were able to get side by side with him. If we can pass this lap traffic on the high side, we might have the lead. And we do scrape the wall just a tad, but we are able to clear him. And we have got ourselves the lead here at Bristol. We're about halfway through the race. If we lead from here on out, I think we'll get the 5 bonus points, but given the fact that there will be pit cycles, I don't know if I see that happening. We're running well. My biggest fear, of course, is to go down pit lane and get caught out by a caution, because that would put us a lap or maybe even 2 laps down. Some cars are starting to come down the pits now. I'm setting lap 75 for my target, but it will depend on the traffic around us. I can stay out another lap or 2 if I have to. Seems to me that just about everybody has pitted. We're going to make our way down pit road this time, right here.
That car's a lap down. 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 Down. Okay, merge when you can. Outside. Clear.
We've made our way out of the pits, and Mark Martin has resumed the lead. We're about 3 seconds behind him right now. I see him up there. The 96 car taking an aggressive line. Bobby Labonte now right on my bumper. He's gonna dive inside of me. Wow, he carried a lot of speed through the corner there. I think with new tires, I think the outside line isn't quite as good as the bottom lane. But once they lose some of that grip on the bottom lane, I think the inside, or the outside can carry a little bit more speed through the corner. I try to pass him coming off the corner now, diving inside. Weren't able to clear him on that corner. We're able to clear him now. And we're back in second place. There's a pretty big gap right now between Mark and myself. He's got 4.5 on me. I can see him up there, but there's a good bit of traffic between me and him. I'm going to start racing a little bit more aggressively here. Try to make some passes. See if we can make up some of that time. Our problem right here is that this group of traffic is staying too wide, so I don't really have a lane to pass on the bottom or the top. I did have to bump Jimmy Hensley there to get him out of the way, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I'm worried that if I do manage to catch Mark, that by the time I catch him, I'll have cooked my tires to the point to where I won't be able to pass him, because I am really driving it hard right now. I'm really cooking the tires. We're right behind him. Mark Martin's stuck on the outside right now. He's unable to dive at the bottom. Oh, the 6 car, Tommy Houston, coming up right on our bumper, though. Mark was able to get down, and we weren't able to get to him. But we have managed to shrink the gap through some hard driving, and through a little bit of luck, Mark happened to be stuck in a little bit of traffic here. But he's cutting his way through the traffic pretty well right now. Alright, now it's me and Mark with 20 laps to go. If we stay green, this is how the race will finish. It will be me and Mark 1 and 2. Mark once again trapped on the outside. But he's got enough speed to be able to keep up with Elton Sawyer. And this is the closest we've been to Mark Martin since earlier in the race when we passed him. I have a feeling that a combination of his aggressiveness late in the race and my worn tires, he'll be a slightly tougher customer this time by. being said, we're right up on his bumper. We gave him a little tap there. If I'm going to do the bump and run, I don't want to do it too early and give him an opportunity to retaliate. I've got just enough car to stay with him, stay right on his bumper. I don't think I have enough car to get around him right now. I'm just biding my time until I can make my move in the last lap or two. Continuing to tick down the laps here. It'll be 5 to go this time by. And me and Mark are neck and neck.
Just 5 more to go.
I'm not particularly good at moving other cars without crashing myself. That's kind of got to be my move right now because I just don't have enough speed to be able to get by him and pass him, I don't think. So, I'm trying to decide now if I want to try to make a move on the last corner or if I want to try to move him on the last corner. And this lap traffic is definitely going to play a part of it. If it was just the two of us out here by ourselves, you know, I'd get to choose between, oh, do I want to run a high exit or do I want to run a low exit? But we're going to take the white flag right here in the middle of lap traffic. One more lap at Bristol.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
I'm going to try to go the high side.
Inside. Still there. Clear inside.
And I wasn't able to make the pass. And Mark Martin will win at Bristol.
There's the checkered flag.
A really good race there between Mark and myself. Can't be mad about how it ended. That was tough, but in the end, Mark Martin was just a little too hard to pass. And with that exciting finish, that'll be the end of today's race. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more episodes of the NASCAR Racing 2003 Career Mode. That's all for today. I will see you on the next one. Peace.